Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain one once we grow up. These are the words of Pablo Picasso, a man who painted his way through poverty, heartbreak, and war to change the way the world sees art and life. But Picasso's real genius wasn't just in his paintings. It was in how he turned every struggle into creation, every failure into freedom. Pablo Picasso was born in 1881 in Malaga, Spain. From childhood, he showed extraordinary talent. His first word was piz, short for lapis, meaning pencil. But his journey wasn't easy. When his beloved sister Conchita died of diphtheria, Picasso made a vow to God. If she recovered, he would give up painting forever. She didn't, and the grief stayed with him. But instead of breaking him, it deepened his art. In his blue period, Picasso painted human sorrow in shades of sadness and hope. He said, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life." Through pain, he discovered his purpose. As he grew, Picasso refused to be limited by style or tradition. He shattered artistic rules, creating Cubism, where reality itself was rearranged. He once said, "Learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist." Every painting was an act of rebellion, every brushstroke a statement of freedom. Even during the Spanish Civil War, he used his art to speak truth. His masterpiece Guernica screamed against violence and oppression. Picasso turned pain into power, chaos into meaning, and imagination into legacy. Picasso believed that creativity wasn't just for artists. It was for anyone brave enough to keep their imagination alive. He said, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." We all have that gift. A voice, a dream, a vision. But fear, doubt, and conformity bury it. Picasso's life reminds us, you don't need permission to create. You just need courage to begin. So today, pick up your brush. Whether it's a camera, a notebook, a dream, or your own two hands, and create. If Picasso's story inspires you, subscribe to Maxim Momentum. Leave a comment with your favorite Picasso quote, and share this message forward. Because in Picasso's own words, everything you can imagine is real. And now, let's dive into 50 of Pablo Picasso's most powerful quotes. Words that will awaken the artist within you. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Painting is just another way of keeping a diary. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. Inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. I paint objects as I think them, not as I see them. There are painters who transform the sun to a yellow spot, but there are others who transform a yellow spot into the sun. Art is the lie that enables us to realize the truth. The artist is a receptacle for emotions that come from all over the place. Painting is stronger than me. It makes me do what it wants. Everything you can imagine is real. Others have seen what is and asked why. I have seen what could be and asked why not. To draw, you must close your eyes and sing. Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Action is the foundational key to all success. Without great solitude, no serious work is possible. I do not seek, I find. It takes a long time to become young, Computers are useless. They can only give you answers. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. Only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die having left undone. Youth has no age. He can who thinks he can, and he can't who thinks he can't. It is your work in life that is the ultimate seduction. Our goals can only be reached through a vehicle of a plan in which we must fervently believe. The chief enemy of creativity is good sense. Colors, like features, follow the changes of the emotions. I begin with an idea, and then it becomes something else. To finish a work? What nonsense! To finish it means to be through with it, to kill it, to rid it of its soul. Love is the greatest refreshment in life. The older you get, the stronger the wind gets, and it's always in your face. Every act of creation is first an act of destruction. We don't grow older, we grow riper. I paint the way some people write their autobiography. Art is not the application of a canon of beauty, but what the instinct and the brain can conceive beyond any canon. Painting is freedom. It is the power to go beyond. When I haven't any blue, I use red. The urge to destroy is also a creative urge. What one does is what counts and not what one had the intention of doing. Everything is a miracle. It is a miracle that one does not dissolve in one's bath like a lump of sugar. It is your work in life that is the ultimate seduction. If I paint a wild horse, you might not see the horse, but surely you will see the wildness. We must not discriminate between things. Where things seem opposites, there is unity. I am always doing that which I cannot do, in order that I may learn how to do it. Art is the elimination of the unnecessary. I am only a public entertainer who has understood his time. Why do two colors, put one next to the other, sing? To draw something, you have to become that something. When art critics get together, they talk about form and structure and meaning. When artists get together, they talk about where you can buy cheap turpentine. So today, don't wait for inspiration. Become it. Pick up your metaphorical brush and paint your life in bold colors. If Picasso's story moved you, leave a comment with your favorite quote, subscribe to Maxim Momentum, and share this video. Because someone out there needs to remember, everything you can imagine is real.